my lecture. I'm going to sit down and enjoy it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on, good morning.
Good morning.
Good, you woke me up. You know, I'm not going to give anybody bad news. All you have to do is turn the TV on. I'm telling you, I like to watch the Mickey Mouse show lately. What I like to do is talk about spiritualism for a moment. Now, I've been doing this work for about 40 years, and I'm only 30. Don't applaud, but just laugh. And I've seen a lot of things. I've traveled a great many places, watched spiritualism grow to a point. I'm actually shocked by what's happening to spiritualism. I'll tell you why. Back several years ago, one of the mediums who was very well known predicted that spiritualism would not be the same. It will go down. I haven't seen that. Every place I've been, spiritualism has grown. Even the lectures I do outside the church, I can't believe that people come in. And it's not because of me. It's because of the fact that people really want to open the door to other religion. I mean, the first one I did, or one of them I did, was I had 40 people there. The last one I did was almost 50. So people are very interested in this religion. But they're basically interested in where is my parents? Are they okay on the other side of life? And most religions don't get into that. So we're very lucky. This prediction back, I forgot her name, that's because I'm 30. And she made that prediction, it's in the text, that she said that spiritualism started in the homes of the individuals at different places. And that's where it's going to wind up. I don't see that at all. I see a big surge coming in, which is very, very important and very interesting. Not only from the elderly people, but from the younger generation as well. As I'm looking at the congregation, I can see a lot of you in here. Men really never come to the lectures I give. It's mostly the women. Now, it's the men's coming in. I think it's the women who say, you better be there. But they're there, they come in, and I always have a topic, because the places I attend, they want to have a topic for the bulletin and all that. But we get away from that very quickly, because they say to them, what's on your mind? What would you like to ask? And I want to tell you, some of it is very, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. So, the religion of spiritualism is actually growing. We will not be back in the homes doing church services. We'll be out like we are today, hopefully with more coming in. Like I said, I travel an awful lot. I was in England, and I want to tell you, that places were jammed up there. In fact, as I was there, one of the ministers, I didn't even know him. I didn't even know he knew me. He came in and he said, I'm opening up a chapel. He said, would you come over and bless it? And I was very privileged to do that. I really enjoyed that. Arizona. I went out to Arizona, and I'm sitting there with the person I was with because they wanted me to come out there, and the place was jammed. And one of the ministers came over and says, would you like to be for 2 people? I said, sure, I'd be glad to. I read for the whole congregation. I stood up there and I kept looking at the minister, she kept going, keep going, keep going. But the point is, it's not because of me, it's because of you. You're interested in this religion. You are the one that's spreading the word. As I'm looking here, I can see young people, which is very fascinating. It's great. We need to do that more. Because spiritualism is really an interesting religion. The philosophy, the religion, the science of spiritualism is fascinating. But the history is really interesting. If you get a chance to come to this I think it's on the 15th?
The seance,
Yeah, 21st.
the 21st.
Very fascinating. The history that's given here at that time opens up the door for a lot of interest. So please be here if you can. If you don't, we won't talk to you again. Questions about spiritualism are important. We should know, for example, what happened at Hydesville, New York? Who were the Fox sisters? Not many people realize that a very famous person was involved in this by the name of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He wrote a book called The History of Spiritualism. He and his wife and daughter were very active in spiritual work, but not many people know that. Sigmund Freud, who was a psychologist, I believe he was pretty straight on psychology, but I think with his associate was open up to this work, to spiritualism. Not many people know that, but it's very true. So we have a lot of great people out there who help open the door, helped open the door. So what's going to happen next? I think a lot of good things are going to happen next. Again, I was very shocked over the past few years that I've seen so many people coming in and out of spiritualism. Like I said, just about every place I served throughout the state of the country here were packed, were standing room only. If you're interested in it, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to make my point. Please at least learn about it, because it's very important in history, in science and religion itself. Where it started, how it started, what happened at Hydesville, why did the Fox sisters become involved with communication of spirit. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, what his functions were. Very, very, very fascinating stuff. I have 4 books out. I'm not trying to sell them to you, but they were spirit implicated. My guide at the time helped me, because if you saw my writing, you wouldn't know how I got this far. But she helped me order the books, write the books, and the whole thing. And it came out very well. Spiritualism is on the rise. Please join in it and see it, learn it. Learn the educational part of it. Mediums, there's a difference between, I always get in trouble by saying this, but there's a difference between a medium and a psychic. And people don't understand that, so during the educational period they have here, they will teach all that stuff. And it's very important to learn it, because there is a big difference. Can anybody become a medium? Yes. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. Because when I went into it, my first objective was to disprove it. Disprove it because of my religious background. But I never did disprove it. I talk about, I almost wasn't here a couple of times because of illness, and my spirit guide came in and pulled me through it. When I was in the hospital, I kept seeing my mother, and she's been gone for several years, and being a medium, I should know better, but it was her. So we have these little indications that come in. Nothing works coincidentally, by the way. Everything works for a divine purpose. You may think it's coincidence, but it's not. There's no such word in the history of spiritualism that indicates coincidence is there. It's all divinely taken care of. I think God has a sense of humor, because he had to put up with me. But it's very interesting that once I started this work, I never looked back. I kept moving forward. And as you do that yourself, you'll find that you can do it as well. So please, keep it in mind. There's many ways of connecting with your spirit guide, and he will teach it here. because they have a good, what's your name? No. They have a, I get picked on all the time, it's my time to pick on. But they have a good minister and a good staff. They will teach you how to do it the right way. So with that, I say, if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me later on, I'll ask her, and I appreciate it. Thank you.